Do they share the upside as well then, Chris?
They capture most of the upside. So I think the upside all goes to JP Morgan.
That's fascinating, Bramo.
Well,
that's fascinating.
Especially because in the stories it actually said they shared the upside as well as the downside. So it's confusing that basically JP Morgan ends up with the entirety of the upside at a time where the FDIC wants to mitigate socializing the losses and privatizing the gain.
You heard that right. JP Morgan Chase, which has agreed to purchase First Republic Bank, will get all of the upside of purchasing the bank while we get to share the losses. Wow.
I mean, guys, if you don't know that the Republicans en masse and a huge portion of the Democrats completely work for their donors, including the giant banks, you must be a journalist in Washington, because everyone else in the country knows.
This is a map of the 18 states in the US where Democrats control the legislative and executive branches, or else have some veto-proof majority in the legislature. Democrats in DC often blame the GOP for foiling their progressive vision.
When middle-class families see their taxes go up, they'll know Republicans are to blame.
But if you zoom into these 18 states, there's effectively no Republicans standing in the way. So my question is, what do Democrats actually do when they have all the power?
That's the check mark. Oh, wow. Democrats now have control of the United States Senate.
I can't believe John Fetterman won.
The Republican Party needs to do a really deep introspection look in the mirror right now, because this is an absolute disaster.
Polls just closed, and already the Associated Press declaring that Westmore is the new governor of the state of Maryland.
It is our time. We will get this done.
If you want to pull the party, the major party that is closest to the way you're thinking, to what you're thinking, you must show them that you're capable of not voting for them.
Because the way the Democratic Party is run now for quite a number of presidential cycles is they pick a nominee in a kind of half-assed process that doesn't really represent much of anybody. And then they tell everybody to just shut up. Don't bring up anything that will complicate life for your nominee. You know he's not for you on this. Why badger him? He's not gonna be for you for reasons that you don't understand but are good reasons. Shut up. Turn off your brains.
If you don't show them you're capable of not voting for them, they don't have to listen to you. I promise you that. I worked within the Democratic Party. I didn't listen or have to listen to anything on the left while I was working in the Democratic Party, because the left had nowhere to go.
Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else.
And yet somehow these are the people that we seem to rely on solving our problems, where they have proven time and time again that they are not.
Because the owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club.
So it will go down in history as the second largest US bank to collapse after Washington Mutual back in 2008. That was during the economic collapse of 2008.
And we know now that government by organized money is just as dangerous as government by organized mob.